Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to show you how to create the title block for the SBA on the tabloid size paper. Tabloid is 11 by 17 inches, and let's get straight into it. So first thing you need to do is just hit the plus sign, the plus button right here to create a new layout. This is going to create a page, a white page. First thing we need to do is delete. The method is similar to the if you watch the letter creating the title block for the letter page, it's basically the same, except there are a few differences in terms of the space, because the paper is wider, is a bit larger. So first thing we do, select this by clicking on it, the viewport, delete it, then right click, page setup manager, and we're going to make sure we're editing this one. Before I do, let me just rename it. So let's say I'm going to call this one foundation plan. So I'm going to put the foundation plan on this paper. So right click, page setup manager, and we could have renamed it from here maybe. No. Alright, modify. So we're going to make sure we select Microsoft Print to PDF. It's there by default for me. Paper size, tabloid. So you see 11 by 17 inches. Change this to monochrome, and then the drawing orientation is landscape. Here change to millimeters, and then the scale change it back to 1 to 1. So now we see it in millimeters. Alright, so hit OK, and then we can see the number here, 179.4 and 431.8. Remember that, write it down or something. Alright, 431.8 millimeters wide. So we want to go to our border layer. If you don't have one, create one. Then we go to the rectangle tool, and for the lower left corner, we're not going to click, we're going to type the coordinates 0, 0. That's always the lower left corner. And now we can put it in the top right corner, which that number we have to memorize or write down. That's where it comes into play. It was 431.8 by 279.4. So I'm going to type 431.8, comma, that's the width. So you can see the width is set. Now I want the height to be set, 279.4, enter. So now I have the border around the edge of the paper, but I want the 10 millimeter border on the inside of the paper. So we're going to offset using the O command, O, enter, 10 millimeters, and then offset this on the inside. Then I can delete the one on the outside. So now I have this, I can select the whole thing. All of them are selected, so I want to explode. Click on this, right? So you see it's exploded. And now we're going to offset, just like we did in the video for the letter size paper, 1 millimeter. And then we're going to offset again 3 millimeters. That's our text height. And then again 1 millimeter. Alright, so these two are going to be our guidelines. So we're going to switch these to the guidelines layer. If you don't have one, create one. The thickness of these lines are 0.05. This one is about maybe, well, I can just show you. The borders are 0.30 and the guidelines are 0.05 millimeters. Right, so we're going to do the same thing above this. Offset 1, offset 3, offset 1. Alright, there and there. We're going to make these where is it, guidelines. And now this is the difference between both pages. We're going to offset 70 millimeters twice from the left border, and we're going to offset it once from the right border. Alright, so now we just have to trim away these lines above, using the tr command for trim. This can stay how it is. This can stay how it is, but we need this section at the top to be one long section. So we're going to trim away, zoom all the way in and trim away these lines. Right, so we're going to have the name of the school or the center, the registration number for the student, the date, title of the drawing, name of the student, scale, and sheet number. So let's go to the text layer, single line text tool right here. Just ease a little bit from the edge. The rotation angle is 0. Now we're gonna type. Now I notice here that my text is showing up a little small. Alright, so that means my text style is not set to the right thing. Right now it is set to drawing text apparently. Let's see what's, well, yeah, let's see what's here. So it's set to drawing text. It says 150. That's not what it should be. It should be, and it should be showing up a lot bigger if it was 150, but it really should be set to paper text. So the text height for the paper is 3 millimeters. When we're on the model space, it will be 150 millimeters. 3, you know, scale up 1 to 50. Alright, so just set paper text, set it, make sure it's 3, set current, close. And then we're going to try that again, a little away. Rotation angle is 0, and the text now we can type Ontario Secondary School. Good. So unlike the last video, CP to copy. I select the text to copy, hit right click or enter, and then I'm going to select here as my base point, and I can put one down here, and just double click to edit it. So this is going to be my registration number, colon, and then I'm going to put, you know, the school code 150016, and then you will have a 4-digit number that follows that. What I like to do, as I said, copy CP, use here as my base point, and I'm going to put one here, put one here, put one there, here and here, and then I'm just going to, you know, put them in. So this will be sheet number, whatever the sheet number is. If this is your foundation plan, your second drawing, we already supposed to have the sheet number 1 for the plane, sheet numbers 1 and 2 for the plane and solid geometry. So this, and the floor plan is sheet number 3, so foundation would be sheet number 4 of 11. Right, you just change it accordingly. This is supposed to be our scale. No, our scale depends on what can fit. So in our drawing, we gonna put it was supposed to be 1 to 50, but when we put 1 to 50, it can't fit on the paper. Everything can fit on the paper, which includes dimensions and everything. So I think we ended up changing it to 1 to 70. All right, here we'll put the title of the drawing. So this will be foundation plan, and here would be the name of the student, so John Doe, and I think that's it. Alright, so now we need to go to our viewport layer, and then we hit layout, and then rectangular, select the corner there, select the other corner here, and now we could see the entire model space. We just need to double click and zoom into the drawing that we want. So I wanted my foundation plan. Here is my foundation plan. So I'm going to center it, set the scale to 1 to 70. Now if you don't see 1 to 70, no worries, we have to create this because it's not one of the options by default. So to create this, I'm actually going to go to scroll down, go to custom, I'm gonna delete it and show you, well, if I can delete it. Maybe I can't delete it. Maybe I need to change the drawing first. So 1 to 70, no, it doesn't seem like I can delete it. So let me just show you how it works. You go to add. Let's say I wanted to create a scale called 1 to 80. I type it 1 to 80. That's how it would show up. This has nothing to do with the scale, it's just the name. Then the paper units, we're going to change that, leave that as 1, and the drawing units, we'll put that as 80. Alright, please don't mix them up and put 80 first. 1 to 80. 1 paper unit is equal to 80 drawing units. So hit enter, hit OK, and then this should be more up at the top. Depending on if you clicked at the top, it would show up at the top. Wherever you clicked, it would show up right there. So if you want to move it up and down, you could just click on it and click move up or move down and position it in its rightful place. So you can see 20, 30, 40, 50, 70, 80. It should not say 20, 30, 40, 80 and then back to 50 and then back to 7. No, it should be in order. Alright, easy to find in the list. So hit OK, and then once we go here, we should see the scale that we just created. If I click 1 to 80, there it is. But the one that you're supposed to be using is 1 to 70. That should be big enough and holds everything. Alright, so just double click on the outside. Alright, and then finally, if you notice that my lines here on the model space, they are hidden, but on the paper space they are not hidden. They are solid continuous lines. This is, I don't know what causes this, but it's some bug with AutoCAD maybe. But what we need to do is type the command PS for paper space, LT for line type scale. So PS LT scale, hit enter, and by default you could see it is 0, it is 1. We're gonna change it to 0 and hit enter. Nothing happens immediately until you regen all. So type the command regen all, hit enter, and now you can see the hidden line showing up. Alright, so that's how it is. So all we need to do now is just save this, hit plot, right click, hit plot, preview. Make sure the drawing looks good before you actually export it. There's one thing, this line should not be here. Alright, I placed in the this line right here, it should not be here. Okay, and this is our 0 layer. So what I'm going to do is turn off my 0 layer just for this drawing, because nothing else is on it really. So when I right click, plot, preview, I don't see that line anymore. Okay, so I have my foundation walls, I have my footing lines, which are the hidden lines, and I just have this kind of hatch symbol to represent here is filled with dots. Although I have the text that says compacted dot, compact fill, C fill, etc. So it looks good to me. Yep. Alright, so I'll just hit plot and then save it wherever you need to save it. So I'm going to save it right here, call it foundation plan. Like that, and then just hit save. It will be saved, and then my computer opens it automatically so I can see. Always give it a look, make sure everything is good. Alright, this looks good to me. Alright, so there you have it. That's how you create the title block and everything, and all the issues surrounding that solved. Alright, see you in the next one.